Took us an hour, but we're finally here. Everyone, TJ Taormina, how are you?
What's up, RJ?
So great to meet you. It's just really amazing. Like, put the face to the voice that I hear on the morning every single day.
Now, is it a disappointment? Because that's always the question I have for people.
Well, I do have one question for you.
Is it about my nose?
No, it's about your hair.
I know it's big. Oh, the hair. Yeah. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Are you going for like a Howard Stern look, or what's going on with that?
No, you know what? I'm a huge Howard fan, actually. I
You
love
are?
Howard, but no, I would never try to imitate his look. Not that I think he's a bad-looking guy. He's great. But
Yeah.
no, I had short hair all through childhood, and I just, the face. I gotta do something to cover it up a little bit. So no,
What's wrong with the face?
No, it's. I mean, listen. You're in high school. You know,
Right.
you go through a time where you don't really think you're the best-looking guy in the world, and then before you know it, you realize, it doesn't matter. You just live your life and you're alive. That's all that matters. But no, I wanted a different haircut out of high school, and so I just started growing my hair out a little bit, and that was it.
Cool. So I heard that at junior year you started running PSA tapes on a morning radio station Sunday
Yeah, public
morning.
service announcements. Yep.
Now, was that any fun or?
Well, yeah, any chance I had. I mean, I started at a college radio station, and they gave me the opportunity to have access to the radio station. So yeah, anything they wanted me to do, if it was sweeping the floors or organizing albums or CDs, I was just happy to be in a radio station. So any job they had for me, I was honored. I couldn't wait. I was like, yeah, sign me up. I'm ready to go.
Ever get like a really weird request to like do a job or something like Stu that you wouldn't do?
Any job that I wouldn't do at the radio station?
Yeah.
No, I was ready to scrub the toilets, whatever they wanted.
That's what I was trying to get at.
Yeah.
Did you actually do that once?
No.
Luckily not,
Luckily,
nah.
never had to do that. I was very fortunate. I never had to do coffee runs or any things like that. But I did have access to an awesome college radio station. It was Fairleigh Dickinson University,
Right.
and they pretty much gave me the keys to the radio station and said, "Do whatever you want."
You eventually you went to college there too, which is pretty cool.
I did. I went there for my freshman year, and I started with the college radio program though when I was 16. I was still in high school, kind of like you.
Yeah.
You took it upon yourself to go out and do this TV show, which is awesome, by the way.
Thanks.
And I'm so thrilled that you found your passion and you obviously know what you're doing. But the same thing with me. I loved radio. At 16, I picked up the phone. This college station took me in, and that was it.
Did you have to like, call a bunch of radio stations to find someone that will take you, or?
Yeah, I probably called 20 of them, and
Wow.
2 of them got back to me. 1 said no, and then Fairleigh said yes.
So only 2 of them got back to you out of 20 calls?
Yeah. Well,
Nice.
Because I'm just some little 16-year-old kid saying, "Hey, I want to work in radio."
And look where you are now. They must be pretty glad that they took you in.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have any of the opportunities I have today.
2002, you
Yes.
finally got your first big-time internship with Elvis Duran.
Yes.
Were you ever an Elvis fan?
Of course, yeah. Well, when you grow up in listening to his show, yeah, of course, you admire what he does, and you know he's a great broadcaster. But as I started working with him, you realize that I'm probably the luckiest guy in the world to be able to learn from one of the greats, and he really is. He's fantastic at what he does. He's a great guy, and I was really blessed to be able to learn from him, and just so encouraged and supported. And I always told him what I wanted to do. I always said, "Hey, I want to do my own radio show," and he just led me to that path, and that was it.
Now, how supportive was he to you just starting out?
He was great. You know what, the cool thing about that show, at Elvis's show, is that he's so good to his intern staff. And I said I never had to make a coffee run. I genuinely didn't. He didn't ever ask me to do anything other than what was necessary for the show, and he was great to me. So
So at what point were you actually like, really helping out with the show a lot and coming on air?
well, I started as an intern in 2002, and I had interned there for a couple semesters. I was hired as an assistant producer in early 2004, and actually before then a part-time producer in other day parts. So I sort of kept my foot in the door, and then yeah, I guess when I became an assistant producer, I really started getting involved with the show, doing phone pranks, things of that nature, and then from there I just continued to grow.
Did you ever imagine that one little internship would turn into like a big-time job?
No, of course not. No, when you get into it, you're just thrilled to be in a radio station. I never knew. I think about that a lot, actually. I think about how the hell did I manage to turn this into a career? Because when I first started, I just loved it, and it was my hobby. And then to be able to do it every day is just awesome. I love it.
What was it even like co-hosting a show?
Well, I wasn't a co-host until the last 3 years that I was there. I was there
Right.
for a little bit over a decade, but the last 3 years I was a co-host. And I just, again, you can't even believe it. You know, you can't believe that you're sitting next to Elvis and learning from him and watching what he's doing and actually being a part of the show. It was surreal, but it was fun for sure. I had a great time doing it.
Who are some of the biggest stars you met down in New York?
The biggest stars? Well, I
You must
guess,
have met a lot of people going through New York.
yeah, of course. I mean, you meet a lot of people here too. I mean, that's the nature of the business. Everyone's in the entertainment business, and you're all under that same umbrella in different avenues. So, I mean, Lady Gaga, you name whoever's on the radio came up there and visited, and we met a lot of people.
Anyone like that come through here at Amp Radio?
Yeah, I mean, we've interviewed Selena Gomez. The Backstreet Boys came up here.
They came in the studio?
Yeah,
That's awesome. That must have been nice meeting
they
them.
were up here. Kelly Clarkson. I mean, whoever's
Right.
in town comes by. So, but it's not something that we get so crazy excited about because it's not like you're meeting some big celebrity. It's like you're meeting someone in the business. Like
Right.
to me, it's just as exciting to meet you because
Oh,
you're doing
man.
television and you're doing your public access show, and I totally know what you're trying to do, and you're trying to start a career, and it's awesome, and
Thank you.
that's just as exciting to me, and we're all in the same business.
Come from one of my biggest idols in the business here. How many job offers did you get before you came here to Amp Radio?
Well, I wasn't really out applying for jobs, so I didn't have too many offers. I was offered one down south, which it just wasn't
Ugh.
the right fit for me. Well,
What were they offering? What were
What's
they?
wrong with the South? You just went, ugh.
It's South. You're a
No.
city boy.
No, it was great. I mean, listen, anytime anyone's willing to hire you, you're thrilled. You can't even
Right.
believe that anyone wants to put you on their radio station. But
What was the job they were offering you?
a morning show.
They were offering you a morning show.
Yeah, but I luckily was given really good advice, and again, Elvis giving me that guidance, and he gave me a better opportunity, and I stayed with the show. And then this came along, and I said, "What do you think I should do, Elvis?" And he said, "It's Boston. You got to take it. It's huge."
So we did say go to Boston?
Oh yeah.
Boston's a big city, I guess.
Well, of course it is. You know, you live here.
So then I'm assuming you brought Lauren with you from New York?
Yeah, Lauren started out as an intern on the show as well, and she was just awesome, super green, always wanted to learn, stayed around the radio station for hours and hours, and I just knew she had something really special and a big spark, and she's a natural on the air. So
She really is. She it's amazing meeting you and meeting her and just hearing the same voice that comes booming through my speakers in the morning. Just really,
Well,
it's just really in awe.
yeah, she's definitely special. She's really great at what she does, and she applied for the job. And you know, when you have her resume next to all the other people, she was the most qualified, and I hired her.
Really?
Yeah.
Were you excited to have her come aboard with you?
Oh yeah, of course, because she's a friend too. She's not just a co-host and not someone I work with. She's someone that I have a really close friendship with, and she's a
I
great
think you can
person.
like really feel that chemistry when you guys are talking on the radio, whether it's before you do the bootleg band and you're complaining about the ukulele or you're doing her lowdown. You really feel that energy of that chemistry coming through your speakers. You know that's not fake.
No,
really
she's,
isn't.
She's a genuine friend. She's really cool.
So how has it been here in Boston so far for like the last 6 months?
I love it. It's fantastic. I got a puppy. I got engaged.
Got Luna, yeah.
Starting a family, hopefully at some point. It's a beautiful area, and we've made so many friends, and it's just amazing how welcoming people are.
So I heard a few months ago there was a little incident at what'd you call it, puppy camp or something with Luna? What happened with
puppy
that?
Camp. No, it was
Daycare or playtime?
A puppy socialization class. Yeah, at the MSPCA actually.
What happened there?
Well, she got attacked by a little baby pit bull. But it could have been any puppy. It's not the fact that it was a pit bull, but everyone was like, "Oh, you got to get people's information and numbers."
For
and
what?
and that's what I said. I said,
For
"For what?"
It's a puppy.
I said, "They're in puppy class. That's what they're going to do." And ever since that happened, actually, Luna has been on her best behavior.
Really?
Yeah, she's the one who started it. I mean, she.
Did you really?
Well, when
Little
puppies,
Luna in the picture started a fight?
Well, Luna had a little problem where she would bite other dogs' butts. That was her big thing. She was an ass biter. So
Fantastic.
we had to put her in this class, and the other dogs, the older dogs, put her in her place, and then that's what happened. And it's all a part of puppy language.
And she's been good now.
She's been great. Yeah, she's a great dog.
How's your fiance doing? She's doing good?
Yeah, she's very good.
Do you know when the wedding is yet?
Yeah, it's actually going to be in a month from
It's
the
gonna
time
be in
of
a
this
month?
interview. Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah, I don't mess
That was
around.
quick.
Well, you know
A lot of
what?
people like, we're gonna wait a year, whatever.
Yeah, of course. We're not like that. We're not a typical couple, and we love each other, and that's the end of it. And there's no reason, in our opinion, to put on a big show and put on a crazy wedding and spend thousands upon thousands of dollars. We just wanted to have a close dinner party with our friends and family, and so we're doing
really
it
nice.
pretty quickly. Yeah, it's awesome.
Really nice. You must be fast. That you must have been. Was that your idea or her idea?
Both of our ideas. Yeah, we're in the same boat with that. Your
Oops.
phone's ringing.
Yeah, so unprofessional.
No, it's okay.
Oops.
I wish more people. I wish Jay Leno would do that. You know, like just keep his phone in his pocket.
No, that'd be funny.
There's all this like, oh, turn your phone off in the studio. Who cares?
Who
Take
cares?
text messages during the interview. I don't care.
Yeah, yeah. How much of a change has it been from Boston to New York? Is it anything big or different or anything?
No, I mean, they're two different cities, and they both have awesome things about them. And so, you know, when you're walking around the streets and you're in Boston and you're holding your fiance's hand, it's the greatest thing in the world. You're like, look at this beautiful city. How cool is it that we get to live here? So the big difference you asked,
Yeah.
it's just they're two different cities. You can't compare the two, just like you can't compare Boston with California. You know,
That's
it's just they're
crazy.
two different worlds.
Now talk to me about Tim the Web Guy. I heard you guys had a beef a little while ago when trying to name your puppy.
Yeah, Tim the web guy. You're talking about what we did on the air,
Yeah.
right? Tim was in a meeting. He's our web department guy, and his big concern is getting web hits. That's how he gets paid.
Yeah,
So
I mean
he-
that's
he gets
obvious.
he gets bonus based on what happens on ampradio or 1033ampradio.com. And so he wanted to do a name TJ's puppy contest.
Right.
And I'm like, well, it's my dog. Shouldn't I pick the name?
Yeah, you think so?
So I just goofed on the air, but he's a great guy. He's a really good dude, and yeah, nothing bad to say about him.
Nothing.
No, he's really cool. He's actually one of our biggest supporters. He's a big fan
Is he
of the
really?
show. Oh yeah, and he helps us out a lot. And you know, we just got a lot of coverage on a Britney Spears interview we did, and a lot
Yeah,
of
I'm
that.
gonna talk about that in a little
Well,
bit.
a lot
That's
of
gonna
that
be
was
fun.
because of him. You know,
He did that for you?
well, he's the one who has the mindset to say, okay, we got to get this online.
Right.
Let's get it out to the major publications, and then
Wow.
they ran with it, and that's
Yeah,
it.
it's, you're a silly little interview.
yeah,
We'll
it
talk
was
about
good.
that in a little bit. But how about a lot of people I've seen, I don't know if it's like more than usual or just from that I really like listening to, people tend to call up your show and complain about what you're doing sometimes. About the content, or it's like too immature. And you have a
Yeah.
great way of dealing with those people. I just love how you do it.
Well, I like to call them out on it.
Right.
And I don't think my show gets any more or less complaints than any other show on the radio. I just love putting the magnifying glass on people who want to complain.
Right.
Because it's fun. I just like goofing on people if they're goofing on us or complaining about us. So that's just our take on doing it. But
I think the most recent one, I was just listening to it in the car when I was showing my guys some of the stuff, was the mother who kind of complained about that Lauren said the V card.
right.
Where do you come up with these ideas to just slam these people?
Well, this particular mom you're talking about heard Lauren say the word V card.
Right.
Or use that phrase rather than saying virginity, which is not a word you have to censor to begin with. So we were actually censoring a word that didn't need to be censored, and she was complaining about that. So it was ironic to me, and so we called her out on the air and said, are you kidding me? We put her on the air. She argued with us and then didn't want to talk and hung up.
Right.
But no, anytime someone's angry about something, I always want to talk it out with them.
Right.
I wasn't even ready to put her on the air. I was just going to talk to her, and she just kept screaming. So I was like, all right, hang on, let's go on the air, and then that was it.
Yeah, she must have been happy about that one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not afraid. I'm proud of what we do on the show, and if somebody wants to say it sucks, then I'll talk to them about it.
Now
I don't care.
it's really, really awesome. I love how you just go out and about and just do all these crazy things. Like this morning, you guys can probably find this online. You called up your boss. It was like Boss Appreciation Day.
Oh yeah, National
And-
Bosses Day.
Yeah, National Bosses Day, and you bought him you prepaid some time with a sex call phone lady, right?
Yes, a phone sex operator.
I was listening to that. Like, I love it. It's hilarious. But at some point, I just gotta say, where's the line drawn? It's not that I'm complaining. I
Yeah.
love it, but I'm sure someone's gonna be like, I can't believe he's doing that.
Well, yeah, I mean, you want to have fun. How great would it be if I was just like, hey, guys, what's your favorite donut? What flavor do you like? You know, we have to have fun on the air. That's what
Right.
radio is all about. That's why I fell in love with radio.
That's why I love your show. You just do like outrageous things. I love it. It's entertaining. It's not the same old stuff everyone else is doing.
Oh, well, thank you
It's
very
great.
much. Thanks for saying that.
Right.
Listen, we need every single listener we can get, so to hear that you're enjoying it
How
is
are your
awesome.
ratings, by the way?
In the toilet.
You're
No,
kidding.
No, I'm just
Oh,
kidding.
okay.
No, I mean, they're not great. We got on the air not too long ago, and
Uh-huh.
anytime you put a new radio show on, of course, you have to build from the bottom up. But we're going in the right direction, which is good news. You know, we're not number one, but
What place are you like? Are you within the top 10?
oh yeah, we're within the top 10.
You're within the top 10.
Yeah, I think in order to be on the air, you have to at least be in the top 10. But you see the ratings slowly tick up, and people are slowly discovering the show. But it's just a slow process. It's just the way it is.
Takes a while.
Yeah, I mean, and that's with radio, that's with television. You think about any successful show, they had to start somewhere, and we're starting at the bottom. And that's just, I'd actually rather start at the bottom than at the top.
You would?
Yeah, because think about it. Well, look at what happened to, you like late night television, right?
Yeah.
Look at what happened to Conan O'Brien. He came into The Tonight Show and it was number one. He went on the air and the ratings dropped because everyone who was there to see Jay Leno.
Right.
It's nothing against Conan. Conan has his fan base and he's awesome, but on paper it looks bad because right away his ratings are going to drop because all of Leno's
Of
fans
course.
went
You
away.
got to wait to find, okay, this guy from 1235 is at 1135 now, which is,
So
discovery of itself.
they needed to give Conan more of a chance.
They never did.
But they didn't because
Right.
they wanted instant results. So anytime I think you build up a show and you really truly make it successful, it's because the people behind it are saying, okay, we're going to take our time with this and we're going to watch it grow, and that's hopefully the plan.
Yeah, I think that's what made me fall in love with late night, with what happened there.
Yeah.
Really is. Talk to me about Britney Spears. That was crazy.
Well, what happened with Britney Spears is we did an interview with her, and it went viral, and it went all over the country, and all these different news organizations picked it up. And yeah, when you see that, it's awesome.
What exactly did she say? Like, what
I
was the
didn't think
big
it was
deal?
that big of a deal, honestly.
I just heard, okay, she's being pushed too far sexually in her videos.
Right, you know.
So what? It's a music video. Like, I'm thinking, like, what's the big deal? But it's pretty cool.
No, I had the same thought. I was like, who even gives a crap?
Yeah.
But apparently, a lot of people do, and they picked it up and they featured it. So, yeah, anytime you can get that kind of exposure for the show, it's pretty cool.
How surreal was it if you, like, wake up and find yourself on TMZ? How surreal is that?
I mean, well, you know, it's just really cool. I don't know what else. I don't think it was surreal. It was cool to see that people picked it up and they were into it, and our bosses loved it. So I was like, oh, great, let's go on to the next one. Let's make sure that we could do another one that's something like this.
And you had no clue any of that was going to happen overnight.
No, you never know with that stuff.
I think the biggest part of the story is what Maddie in the Morning did over at Kiss One Ray. Like, elaborate on that for me.
Well, it's not a big deal. This kind of stuff happens in radio. He took a piece of our interview, he played it, and he gave credit to his own radio station and said that our clip came from his station.
That really happens a lot?
Yeah, I think radio stations will do that. And I don't know, I have a feeling it was probably just a mistake, and we were just having fun with it on the air, but who knows? I don't know. It may have been something to say, hey, go screw yourself, sort of off the radar. He never gave us the credit for it, but I don't care. I haven't...
Is your boss, Dan Mason, a little upset about it?
No
No?
one cares. No one really cares. It's just fun to call someone out on it when they're trying to sneak something past their listeners. But honestly, I have no problem with Matty. He's awesome at what he does. He's got great ratings, and he's been doing it for a really long time. So as a broadcaster, the only thing you can do is respect someone like that.
Now, before we go on to my next bit, it's this little thing called 5 questions I do all the time.
You do 5 questions?
5
Is that a segment
questions.
you do?
It's a segment. Yeah, you
Good.
ever seen Craig Kilborn?
No, I haven't.
All
That
right,
sounds
never
good,
mind.
though. Sounds
Yeah.
exciting.
Where do you want to go with the show from here?
I just would like to set myself up so I can do radio for the rest of my life, or for as long as I want to do it. So whatever that means, whatever ranking that means, whatever radio station that means, I just want to make sure that I can do what I love for as long as I want, because I really do love the business.
All right, you ready for this?
Yeah.
5 questions?
Oh, is that not question number 1?
No, it wasn't.
Oh, okay.
Ready? It's time for 5 questions. You're from New Jersey, right?
I was born in New Jersey,
All
yes.
right. What is Paramus, New Jersey most famous for?
Not a clue.
No?
Their mall.
Yeah, the mall. There you go.
Oh, there you go, okay.
Number 2. What's the best radio show of all time?
You know what? It's a tie for me. I would say Howard Stern and Elvis Duran,
Correct.
because they have the best shows. I don't know who else does a better show than they do.
Totally. Do me a favor. Look into that camera.
Yes.
And if you could, may you please sing the chorus of Miley Cyrus's Wrecking Ball?
I
Please?
came in like a wrecking ball. I don't know the words.
Come on. You had the pizza delivery guy do it.
I know, we did. We had a pizza delivery guy do that. I guess it's not fun when the tables are turned on me.
Yeah. How does it feel?
No, it's fine.
Number 4. It's a good place to go get pizza from in New York.
My favorite would be Grimaldi's
Grimaldi's. Where's that, on Broadway
in
or?
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, yeah.
But
Brooklyn
they've
has the
turned
best.
into a little bit of a chain, but they have good pizza.
Brooklyn's the best. And number 5, either on camera or on the radio. Would you please help me prank my dad?
Prank your dad?
Please?
We can give it a shot, sure.
Sweet. TJ Taormina, everyone.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so
Rajat.
much for sitting down with me.
Yeah, absolutely.